Good afternoon, my dears. How are you all? Hope you're good. Okay, fine. So, continuous rain. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body, especially. Please stay away from drenching and improve your immune system. That will help you a lot to stay away from infections as well diseases. Okay, fine. Let us move on to our next grammar topic, that is transformation, simple compound complex, right? An important grammar, right? Simple compound complex. So if you see in this simple compound complex, there are a lot of types models we have, right? So one by one we will go through. So today we will go through two models. So a testage if I take means definitely that will confuse you a lot. So let me introduce with the two models, right? So listen carefully. Okay, children. So as I told you already, grammar also takes some formulas, right? Grammar also takes some formulas. Okay, so model 1 we will start with the model, right? So simple, complex and compound, right? Simple, complex and compound. So if you see in this simple compound complex or simple complex compound, we have three formulas. So simple carries a formula, complex carries a formula, compound sentence carries a formula. So before going to the sentence, right, transformation, right, or simple compound complex, we should know clear cut about it. Class, right? What is a class? So last class we have seen in the conditional class what is a class, right? A class, it is a group of words which conveys some meaning, right? So further if you divide or further if you classify the class, that can be divided into two types. One is main class and another one is subordinate class. So what is the main class? The main class which gives a complete meaning, whereas the subordinate class, the meaning will not get completed, though it conveys some meaning and understand a meaning, but it will never get completed. That is to be subordinate class. So this main class and subordinate class, right? As I told already, main class as well subordinate class is very important in the simple compound complex. Find, yes, right? Model 1 we will see. So you should understand the formulas first, right? So certain clue words that will help you, right? This sentence comes in this model. If you see a sentence that starts with when, otherwise as soon as, right? When, otherwise as soon as, then that comes under the, it is a complex sentence. So you should understand if a sentence, if it is given, means you should understand whether the given sentence is simple or in complex or in compound. You should, by looking at the sentence itself, you should know, you should classify the sentence whether it is in simple or complex or in compound, right? For that purpose only I have split it, right? Simple means in this type, in this model, the simple sentence, right, will start with the on plus verb plus ing, otherwise verb plus ing, but this is very rare, right? Maximum the sentence will begin with the on plus verb plus ing. Got it, children? Right? On plus verb plus ing. Right, in the complex sentence, the sentence will begin with when, as soon as, right? When or as soon as. So one more is also there, no sooner did, right? No sooner did. One more thing it is also there, but it is very rare. So maximum the sentence may begin with when, otherwise as soon as, right, children? And a compound sentence, right? What is a compound sentence? So compound sentence it is if in this type, if you come across and at once, otherwise and immediately. Two things. What is it? And at once, otherwise and immediately. If you come across and at once or and immediately, then this sentence it is in the compound. If you come across, if the sentence begins with when or as soon as, then that sentence it is there in the complex. If you come across the sentence begins with the on plus verb plus ing, that means the sentence it is there in the simple. So you should know the basic things, right? So before going to this, we should know about, right, what is the structure of a simple sentence, the structure of a complex sentence, the structure of a compound sentence. The structure of a simple, complex, and compound, right? So we should, you know very well about the structure of a simple, complex, compound sentences. But still, let me just recall the structure of a complex, simple, and a compound, right? So, what is the structure of a simple sentence? Right? Simple sentence. What is the structure of a simple sentence? It is the sentence, right? Only one finite verb. One finite verb. The sentence carries one finite verb, or right, the sentence will not begin with the subject verb pattern. Right? Subject verb pattern. The sentence will not begin with the subject verb pattern. Right, children? The sentence will not begin with the subject verb pattern, and moreover, or what, one finite verb. And what is the structure of a complex? What is structure of a complex? Complex structure, it is one main class and one subordinate class. One main class and one subordinate class. So the position of the subordinate main class may change. Some sentence subordinate class may come first and main class will go second, right? So main class, one subordinate class. So the combination of one main class and the subordinate class is said to be a complex sentence structure. And what is a compound? Right? What is a compound? As I told already, compound it is two independent classes. Two independent class. Otherwise, two main class connected by a conjunction. Right? Two main class connected by a conjunction, we call it as a what, a compound sentences. So as I told already, the structure of this complex. So on plus, now we'll move on to the examples, right? The first example in this model, it is on seeing the stranger, the dog barked. Right? On seeing the stranger, the dog barked. Okay, fine. So as I told you already, if you look at the sentence itself, we should know that the sentence is there in the simple or complex or in compound. So this sentence begins with the on. The sentence begin with the on. See, that is verb plus ing. Then what is that? It is in the simple, on plus verb plus ing. Right. What is the procedure to change in the complex sentence? The given sentence into complex sentence, right? You should begin the sentence with the either when or as soon as. You can begin the sentence by either with the when or as soon as. So we will move on with the as soon as. Okay, fine. So first step is over in the complex, as soon as, right? We have written as soon as. Okay, right. So after this, we should take the subject as soon as plus subject. As soon as plus, you have to use the subject. Where you have to take the subject, it is you have to take the subject from the main class of the simple. Right? Main class of the simple. So this is the main class of the simple sentence. So this is subject, this is verb. Right? So take the subject from the main class of the simple sentence. So as soon as, where you have to take from the main class, the dog. Second step is also over. Right? Then come to the subordinate class. Right? So now here you have to take in the complex sentence, next verb you have to take from the first half. What is the first half verb? Seeing. Then verb around means see. Right? So see, that you have to write in the past tense. So first one is as soon as we have used. Then second one, you have to use the subject. Subject where you have to take from the subordinate, from the main class of the simple sentence. Right? We have took the dog, that is the subject from the subject in the main class we have used. Then verb you have to take from the here first half. Right? That is in the past tense. So see, that is in the present, and the past tense it is saw. Right? So as soon as the dog saw, so remaining as it is you have to write. After the verb, here it is the verb. So after the verb, whatever it is there, you have to write as it is. Okay. Right. So after this, what? Right. the dog barked, right? So already we have used the dog, so third form of the dog it is it. That's why we have used the third form of the dog it is it barked. One more sentence I will tell you, that will be easy for you to understand, right? Okay, don't get confused. Okay, what is the procedure to change into the compound? Only one thing, right? The procedure to change into the compound is only one thing. You have to use and at once or and immediately in the center, right? So right, you just go to the complex sentence. As soon as the dog saw the stranger, it barked. Okay, so as soon as it is the what, complex, so take away the as soon as, take away the as soon as, remaining that is what, the subject. The dog saw the stranger, you straight away you bring it over here, take away the complex. Why? It is a complex word, that's why we have took the complex word separately, and the remaining the subject and the verb, you can see the object, right? You just bring it over here, right? And here the comma, no, right, comma, you take away the comma, instead of the comma you have to use and at once, otherwise and immediately, right? Instead of this comma in the complex sentence we have used and at once as a compound, or you can go for and immediately, right? So that's why the dog saw the stranger and at once it barked. So it barked, it is a main class. The dog saw the stranger, it is a main class. So two independent class joins together with a and or and at once, a conjunction. So this is the structure of the what, compound sentence, right? And for the complex, as soon as the dog saw the stranger, this is subordinate class, the meaning it is not get completed, and it barked, it is a completed one, so that's why we call it as a main class, right children? Okay, second example we will go, that will help you to understand much better. All right. On reaching home, comma, Radha started cooking. The second sentence, right? So as I told already, on, that means simple. On plus verb plus ing. On plus reach plus ing, reaching to home. Comma, Radha started cooking. Right. So what is the procedure to write in the complex? You should begin with either when, otherwise as soon as. So the first sentence we have used as soon as. So better we'll go for when, right? Okay, write the first one when. This is complex, right? Second on subject. What is the formula? When or as soon as plus subject. I told you already where you have to take the subject. Subject from the main class of the simple sentence. What is subject here? Radha. You just bring it Radha here. Because as per the formula, when plus subject. Subject we need to take from the main class, that is Radha. So second step is also over. So after this, right, we have to go for the first half. First half, what is the verb here? Reaching. So past tense, verb past tense. So past tense means reaching, sorry, reached. Reached. I told you already, after the verb, right, it is. Before the comma, before the comma, you have to write. So after, so when Radha reached home, okay. So here what it is given? Radha, first person. Right, in the third person, then he, this is a feminine gender. So feminine gender means you have to use she. That's why she started cooking, right? What is the procedure to change into complex, sorry, compound? So when it is the complex, take away the complex, so you have to begin with the subject. So Radha reached home, you just take away the comma. Instead of this comma only we have used to what, and at once or ultimately. Use this ultimately and at once, and then the main class as it is you have to use. Okay, right? So this is model 1, right my dears? We'll move on to the model 2. Okay, same way, but here with a little confusion. See, simple, what is a simple formula? Having plus past participle, otherwise you can go for after plus present participle. You just keep it very it is important my dears. The simple sentence may come in having plus past participle, otherwise after plus present participle. Okay, this is the formula. And for the complex, you have to the sentence will begin with the after. That's why I told you complex sentence also begin with after. Same way simple sentence also begin with the after, right? So you need to be very careful, but a little thing that will help you to identify. After plus subject if it is there, right? After plus subject if it is there. Otherwise one more clue word had. After plus subject plus had. If it is there means it is a complex. Same way after plus verb plus ing, right? After plus verb plus ing if it is there, right? After plus verb plus ing if it is there means it is simple. Same way after plus subject plus had if it is there means it is in the complex. Okay, right. So having posted the letter comma I returned home. First example. Okay, compound if I could tell you, right? Compound sentence means and then. So in the first model we have used two things. What is it? One is and at once, otherwise and immediately, but in this type and then, right? This is the compound model, right? Okay. Having posted the letter I returned home. As I told already, when you look at the sentence itself, we should know whether the given sentence it is in simple or compound or complex. So having plus past tense, having plus past participle, having posted upper, having plus past participle, right? Okay, what is the procedure to change in the complex? It is you have to begin the sentence with the after, right? So begin after. First step is over. Then what is the formula? After plus subject. Subject I told you where you have to take from the main class. Main class simple. What is the subject? I. Just write as it is. Okay. After plus subject. Then you have to use had. Okay. After plus subject plus had. Okay. Had. And after this, right, you have to go for the first half. First, what is the verb? Posted. Posted. So the third form you have to use, right? He had. Posted means posted the letter I returned home. The main class, no changes in the main class, as it is will come, right? Okay. And what is the procedure to change into the compound? Very easy, right? You have to take away the after, right? You have to begin with the subject. Okay, fine. And go for the had. Had, it is a complex word, right? Had, it is a complex word. That's why we should not use had in the compound sentence, right? You have to take away the after plus had, because after and had, these two things are in the belongs to complex. So you have to begin the subject with the subject. Okay, I. Then what is the verb? Posted. I posted the letter. Instead of take away the comma, and we have to use either what? Okay, and then we have to use, right? You take away comma and you have to use and then, right? And then I returned home. Okay, yes, right. We'll move on to the next thing. After finishing the assignment, comma, she went to bed. How this is? After finishing. So here also after, in the simple also after. But which one will make you to identify? If it is after plus subject plus had, means it is in the complex. But here after plus present participle, after plus finishing, finish plus ing, finishing, then after plus present participle. So that is there in the simple, right? After plus finishing the assignment, she went to bed. In the complex, what is the first step? After. We have used after. And then subject. Subject where you have to take from the main class. What is subject? It is given she. After she, then you have to use had. After she had, then verb finished the assignment, comma, she went to bed, right? And then in the compound, two things you have to remove from the complex. One is after and then had. So remove the after and then had. Then you have to begin the subject sentence with the subject. She finished the assignment. Take away the comma and you have to use. Then she went to bed. Right, my dears? So these are the important things about simple, common, complex. To identify or to solve these sentences, you should be clear cut off with the formulas. If you are clear cut off with the formulas, definitely you can you can just solve easily whatever the sentence may given, right? Let me recall the formulas alone now. Listen carefully. So model 1. So model 1 means three types. What is simple, complex and compound? So on plus verb plus ing, that is simple, and for the complex the sentence will begin with when or as soon as, and then a compound for this model it is and at once, otherwise and immediately, right? And for this model, right, for the simple sentence, having plus present participle, otherwise after plus, sorry, having plus past participle, otherwise after plus present participle. And for complex, after plus subject plus had. So you can differentiate these two by this subject and had. If you come across after plus subject plus had means that is complex. Same way after plus verb plus ing means it is simple, right? And for the compound it is and then, right my dears? So that's all for you today. So hope you understood these 4 examples sentences. If you have any doubt, kindly ask me. I'll just clarify it out, right? So take care. See you. Good night.